Let's talk techno. Techno is a music genre that's a little bit faster paced, usually between the 130 to 140 beats per minute, that originated in Detroit, Michigan back in the mid-1980s. In the mid-1980s, the economy wasn't doing too well in Detroit and everybody was leaving the cities. They were leaving the city to go live in the suburbs because the suburbs was a place to be. So if you're middle class or higher, you'll probably move out to the suburbs. Lower middle class to low class, you would stay in the city. There wasn't a whole lot to do in the city because everybody was gone. There were just a bunch of empty buildings where businesses used to be. And kids, young kids, teenagers wanted entertainment. They wanted an escape. So they just started hanging out around these empty buildings, these warehouses that were later to become the first techno clubs in the following years. Around 1988-ish, late 1980s, three guys formed a group called the Beverly Three, and these guys were influenced heavily by European artists such as Giorgio Moroder and Kraftwerk, because those two artists from Europe, they were incorporated a lot of digital sounds in their work, and that's what they wanted techno to be, is a sound from the future. So they started working around with digital sounds, seeing how can we make this sound futuristic in Detroit. And there were those three, the Beverly Three, were what a lot of people call the pioneers of techno, because they introduced those sounds to America. Techno has had its history of bouncing back and forth. People in Detroit started picking it up, and they started getting more into the sound, the future sound of techno music. It started to get bigger, but it was never gonna get big in America as far as the commercial scene goes. Techno music came after house music, which originated in Chicago, and house music wasn't big in America at that point, but it was huge in Europe. So they decided to get the techno artists that were playing in America, and they're like, hey, why don't we play in Europe, because we can make it big. And it was very hard for DJs to make a living in America, so a lot of them ended up moving to Europe, whether it be the UK or Germany, which now happens to be like the holy mecca of techno music. Takes techno from America, removes the vocals and the melody that techno borrowed from house music, and creates their own version. And then techno shifts into more of a darker sounding techno that we hear today around the world. Techno music blows up in Europe. It's huge in Europe even to today. It's just in the way that here in America we have pop music and rap and hip hop. Over there they have like house music and techno. That's a brief history of techno music. Hopefully it was shorter than like 5 minutes. But yeah, leave a like if you liked it, comment, subscribe if you want to. You know, this channel is fairly new, but I'm gonna keep pumping out videos as much as I can. So talk to you next time. I gotta go.